Castle Combe. The England's dream village and a fairy tale escape in the heart of the Cotswolds. Castle Combe is a village that feels like it was painted into existence by an artist who adored charm, peace, and the timeless beauty of rural England. Nestled in the heart of the Cotswolds, it is often called the prettiest village in England, and the moment you step onto its stone-paved streets, you understand why. There is no rush here, no blaring of horns, no towering skyscrapers, only the gentle hum of the countryside, the songs of birds in the hedgerows, and the quiet flow of the Bybrook River winding its way past the village's old stone bridge. The cottages are honey-colored, built from Cotswold stone that glows warmly in the sunlight, each one adorned with climbing roses and window boxes brimming with flowers. The place feels suspended in time, untouched by modern chaos, holding on to the soft elegance of centuries past. Walking into Castle Combe is like opening the pages of an old storybook. The buildings here have stood for hundreds of years, and yet they still breathe life. The pub with its low-timbered ceilings, the church with its weathered gravestones, and the little tea rooms that invite you to slow down and sip tea from delicate china. The village's main street is short, but every step offers something worth pausing for: a quaint doorway, a carved wooden sign, a hidden garden gate. The pace of life is so gentle that you find yourself naturally slowing down, your breathing deepening, your mind softening. The soundscape of Castle Combe is as beautiful as its scenery. You hear the quiet chatter of locals greeting each other as they pass, the soft footsteps of travelers who instinctively lower their voices out of respect for the calm, and the rhythmic trickle of the river over smooth stones. There's a scent in the air too, a mix of fresh grass, blooming flowers, and the faint sweetness of baking from a nearby cottage kitchen. It's the kind of sensory harmony that feels rare in the modern world, and once you experience it, you never quite forget it. Beyond its beauty, Castle Combe carries a deep history. Once a thriving medieval wool village, it became famous for producing some of the finest cloth in England. You can almost imagine the hum of weaving looms from centuries ago, the busy chatter of traders, and the sound of horses' hooves echoing along the cobbled street. Though the village has changed over time, it has preserved its historical heart. There are no modern billboards, no neon signs. Even the houses avoid satellite dishes on their fronts. This careful preservation makes every corner feel authentic, as though you have stepped directly into the past. One of the treasures of the village is St. Andrew's Church, standing watch for more than 700 years. Its tall spire can be seen from the surrounding hills, guiding travelers to the heart of Castle Combe. Inside, the church holds medieval carvings, intricate stained glass, and the famous Castle Combe clock, one of the oldest working medieval clocks in England. It's humbling to stand inside and think about how many generations have sat in those pews, each one leaving their mark on the village's long story. The village green, framed by the old market cross, is another place where history seems alive. In medieval times, villagers would gather here for trade, festivals, and important announcements. Today, it's a peaceful space where people sit on benches, chatting softly or simply watching the world go by. Just beyond the green lies the little stone bridge, one of the most photographed spots in Castle Combe. From here, you get the iconic view of cottages leaning gently toward the river, their reflections shimmering in the water. On a misty morning, when the air is cool and the sun begins to break through, the view is pure magic. Life in Castle Combe moves at a rhythm that encourages you to notice details, the hand-carved door handles, the ivy creeping up old stone walls, the way light dances across the river in the afternoon. Villagers still greet you with a smile, even if you're a stranger. Local dogs lie lazily in the sun outside the pub, and if you visit in spring, the gardens explode with color as daffodils, tulips, and lilacs fill the air with fragrance. In autumn, golden leaves fall gently into the river, and the cottages seem to glow even warmer against the season's colors. Food here is not rushed either. You can enjoy a pint of ale at the Castle Inn, where the timber beams and roaring fireplaces create an atmosphere of cozy contentment. Or you might try a traditional cream tea in a garden cafe, where scones are served fresh from the oven with thick clotted cream and strawberry jam. Eating in Castle Combe isn't just about satisfying hunger, it's about savoring each bite in a place that invites you to linger. The village's beauty hasn't gone unnoticed by filmmakers. Castle Combe has been a filming location for movies like War Horse, Stardust, and even scenes from Dr. Dolittle. When you're walking down the main street, it's easy to see why. The setting feels cinematic, as if every corner is a ready-made film scene. Yet despite its fame, it has never lost its authenticity or fallen into the trap of becoming a tourist caricature. It remains a living village, not just a picture-perfect postcard. The countryside around Castle Combe is equally enchanting. Rolling green hills, patchwork fields separated by hedgerows, and gentle walking trails stretch out in all directions. You can follow the Bybrook River upstream, wander through meadows dotted with wildflowers, or climb the surrounding hills for sweeping views of the Cotswold landscape. In spring, lambs play in the fields, their soft bleating carrying on the breeze. In summer, the fields turn golden under the sun, while autumn brings a patchwork of amber, crimson, and rust. Winter wraps the village in a quiet blanket of frost, making it feel even more like a storybook scene. One of the joys of visiting Castle Combe is that there's no long checklist of attractions to rush through. Instead, the beauty lies in slowing down and letting the village reveal itself to you. You can spend hours just wandering, pausing to take photos or sketch, chatting with locals about the history of their homes, or sitting by the river with a notebook in hand. It's the kind of place where time doesn't feel wasted, no matter how you spend it. Staying overnight allows you to see a different side of Castle Combe. Once the day visitors leave, the village falls into a deep, peaceful stillness. The streets empty, the sky fills with stars, and the only sounds are the rustle of leaves in the wind and the occasional hoot of an owl. Waking up here is equally magical, the morning mist drifting over the river, the smell of fresh bread from the bakery, and the sight of sunlight breaking over the rooftops. Castle Combe is more than a beautiful village, it's a reminder of what makes travel so special. It's not just about ticking off destinations, but about finding places that make you feel something. In Castle Combe, you feel the weight of history in the stones under your feet. The warmth of welcome in the smiles of strangers, and the simple joy of being surrounded by unspoiled beauty. It's a place where you can breathe deeply, slow down, and remember that some of life's greatest treasures are found in quiet corners, far from the noise of the modern world. Whether you come for a few hours or a few days, Castle Combe will leave its mark on you. Long after you've left, you'll find yourself remembering the way the river sounded at dusk, the smell of wood smoke in the evening air, and the soft glow of the cottages under the golden light of sunset. You'll carry with you the memory of a village that feels like a dream, a fairy tale made real. Castle Combe doesn't shout for attention. It whispers, gently drawing you in. And once it has, you'll find it's hard to leave, because a part of you will always want to wander those quiet streets again, to hear the river's song, and to feel the peace that only a place like this can give. It's not just a destination, it's a feeling, a story, and a timeless piece of England's heart.